I'm so excited. I am 12 years old and I am traveling across the country by myself to New York City to see my older brother, Sheldon. Now, this is a big deal. My brother is 10 years older than me, so he left home when I was like 8 years old, and we didn't get to spend a lot of time together growing up, but I love him. So the thought of an entire week with my big brother is super exciting, and he treats me. We go to Times Square, we go see Wicked. Him and his girlfriend help me get a little bit of wine at dinner. So I am just living this luxurious New York life. And my last night in town, he decides he really wants to go all out. And he had heard about this new musical about a rock band trying to make it in New York City. And he goes out and he wins us tickets. Wow. So the night of the show, we go to the theater, we kind of scoot into our seats, and the woman sitting next to me is like very buttoned up, red suit, kind of older, and she just glares at us when we take our seats, so I have no clue what her problem is. I just scoot a little bit closer to my brother, and I look around at this beautiful theater, and I notice something kind of strange. So I turn to Sheldon, and I say, Sheldon, there's no one my age here. We had just seen Wicked, and there were all these kids and families, and I am the youngest one in this whole theater. And he kind of looks around and says, yeah, you're right. So the lights dim, and the show starts, and an actress walks on stage in kind of a white, thin nightgown. She walks to center stage, she puts her hand in the air, and she goes, Mama, where do babies come from? And I think, huh? What a strange opening line for a show about a rock band trying to make it in New York City. Like, that's pretty weird. But then the second thought that comes over me is just this feeling of smugness, because I know where babies come from. My parents didn't know how to turn on Safe Search, so I've looked it up at home on the internet. And I know, but I don't know if he knows that I know. So I'm feeling very smug, but I'm holding it in, I'm holding it in. And the first song is all kind of about like bodies and things changing, and then the second song starts and it's all about like trying to learn when your parents won't tell you everything, and still trying to figure out where the rock band's coming in. I'm just not seeing it. And the third song starts and it's this punk guitar riff, and I know it, and I go, Sheldon, I know this song, it's amazing. It had been the free song of the week on iTunes, so I've been listening to it for weeks. And when I'm listening to it at home, I thought it was a song about the challenges of growing up. And as I watched it unfold on stage, it is about the challenges of growing up when you're having wet dreams every night. So I'm watching on stage as these boys are masturbating here and masturbating there, and I am mortified that I've just told my big brother that I love this song. And the song finishes, and everyone applauds, and I lean over, and I say, Sheldon, I don't think this is a show about a rock band trying to make it in New York City. And he leans over and he doesn't even look at me, he just goes, So the show continues with songs like Touch Me and The Word of Your Body and My Junk, which I think you can guess what that one's about. And it's amazing. I mean, it's a fabulous show. The music's great, the set is great, and it is adult content. But I'm following along. I was pretty mature for a 12-year-old. I had kissed a boy without tongue. And I watched Law & Order SVU with my parents every night, so I knew what was up. And the show is great, and even I'm identifying with it a little bit. Like I'm 12, parents just don't understand, and kids want to learn, and what is going on with my body? So I'm really into the show, I'm really enjoying it, but with each passing song, I am more and more terrified that Sheldon is gonna grab me by the arm, stand me up, and just march me out of the theater. So, I'm watching, and I'm really enjoying it, but, once or twice I kind of steal a glance over, and he is just looking straight ahead. He's not acknowledging me at all. And I realize that we're actually on the same page. Sheldon is over here watching the show by himself. I am over here watching the show by myself. We are not communicating. In fact, we are slowly building a brick wall, brick by brick between us, and there is no communication over this wall. There's no passing notes, there's no knocking. brick wall, he's over here and I'm over here, and I am really happy about this. My parents, great, very supportive family. We talked about all kinds of things when I was growing up, but sex and bodies just was not our thing at all, to the point that when my parents tried to talk to me about puberty, I just ran out the door. So I'm very comfortable. Sheldon and I are on the same page, and the show continues, and we finally get to the end of Act 1, and the main guy is on stage, and the main girl is on stage, and the lights are going, and okay, they're kissing. All right, now they're doing a little bit more than kissing, and all of a sudden, the main girl takes off her shirt, the main guy takes off his pants, and are they having sex on stage? No. You can't have sex on stage, but it really looks like they're having sex on stage. And it's a powerful moment in the musical, and I don't really know what I'm looking at. I'm kind of curious, so I'm looking, but I don't want him to know that I'm looking. So I'm looking, and then I'm looking away, and then I'm looking, and then I'm looking away, and then I'm looking, and then I look over here, and the old woman's there, and I really, really don't want to look at her. So I'm looking, and I'm looking away, and then I'm looking away, and then all of a sudden the music swells, the lights go out, boom, end of Act 1. And everyone in the audience kind of starts to stand up, the lights come up, they're stretching, they're going to the bathroom, and Sheldon and I are sitting there completely frozen, not moving, just gripping our seats. And I am not gonna be the one to break the silence. And so thankfully, my big brother, he leans over and he says, let's never tell Mom and Dad about this. And I said, And we stayed for the second act. On our way out, I asked Sheldon if I could get the soundtrack. He said yes. So I still own the original Broadway cast recording of Spring Awakening. And on our way out to the theater and onto the New York City streets going home, my brother turns to me and he says, Wendy, I know our parents weren't always the best with this kind of thing. If you ever have any questions, just know that you can come ask me. And I said, thank you. And after that night, I knew that my brother and I could talk about anything and everything. And we do.